Well, book one is really it's very PG-13. Um, it it's not there's no sex in it. I mean, there's a lot of dates, a lot of talk about sex. There's a lot of really bad dates. But basically, it's about my search for love. That's what the bottom line of this whole thing is my search for love. Um, well, just because you date a lot of people doesn't make you a slut. Definitely. And even if you sleep around, it doesn't make you a slut. I think there's a big. I mean, I may have slept with quite a few people, but that doesn't make me a slut because I feel like I wasn't doing it just to sleep with them. I wasn't doing it, I mean, like I said before, this book is about my quest to find love and to find the one, and you have to kiss a lot of frogs to get to the prince, and sometimes you have to French kiss a lot of frogs, and sometimes you have to do even more than that to find out. So yeah, there seems to be like a really strong desire um, to date someone who acts really slutty or I seem to notice that a lot of guys really want me to be like, freaky and like do all these dirty things and whatnot. But then the minute that I actually, cross that line and go that far and do it, then they're like, oh, then they make the judgment. And then they're like, and I'm sure women have to deal with the same thing. The minute that they put out, all of a sudden, they're shamed. Tell you about my asshole? It was a guy that I met at Bulldogs, and I was feeling, like a hot shot badass, and I flirted with him, and he flirted back, and it turned out that he had a boyfriend, and it didn't stop me. We dated for quite some time, and he turned out to be in dire need of anger management classes. There was an incident with the Checkers drive-thru, so. I haven't been back to Atlanta since I moved in 2008. So I don't know how it is there now. I can't imagine that it changed that much. But after having lived in New York for a few years, I will say that it's no secret that I have dated a lot of black guys, and I will say that there is a greater acceptance of interracial dating in New York than in the South. Um, Oddly, most of the problems or resistance or prejudices that I had to deal with while living in Atlanta came from the African American community about dating black guys, which was a little strange. I have so many friends that I'm looking forward to seeing. So many ex-boyfriends that I'm looking forward to seeing. Um, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm just looking forward to honestly getting away from New York for a little bit. Um, I'm looking forward. People are gonna persecute me when I say this, but I'm looking forward to Chick-fil-A. I'm sorry. I know. Well, there's one here, but it's always closed, and now there's protesters outside of it. So who's gonna cross them? I might just find a way to steal some Chick-fil-A so I don't actually have to pay for it. I don't know. There's got to be some way I can get some Chick-fil-A for free. Now, here I am 4 years later, and I can't wait to come back. It's almost as if I'm visiting an ex-boyfriend, and we had a bad breakup, but I'm over it now, and we're becoming good friends again. And I'm hoping to sleep with him when I see him again. I may have bought lube there once or 6 times. I don't know. Um, and yeah, and plus it's very convenient because I could go there and then go over to Burkhart's and find a boy to use the lube with. Why not? Everyone needs, a little drinky drink to get a little lubed up, and bad choice of words. Um, but I feel like it's a great decision because for me, I would prefer for people to be a little liquored up. Because I'm going to read about sex and dating and drinking, and what better place than to do that in a bar.
Right.
So on Toolbox night.